This time, it's a bike trip to the beauty of Munnar. But not only Munnar, also the trip goes straight to the top station and then to Vattavada via the Pambadam Shola National Park. Stay was at a resort called the Koviloor in Vattavada, which has some great viewpoints, trekking spots and waterfalls. This is an affordable luxury resort in Vattavada. Then the next day, we went to the magnificent viewpoint. After trekking for a short distance, you will reach the top of this rock formation and the beauty of this place is astonishing. Then we went down and saw farms and the beauty of village in Vattavada. So let's begin our journey. We went a little further on the Munnar Mattupetty road and reached the meadows where elephants are often seen. There are no elephants to be seen here this time, but I can see elephants here on most of the trips. Even though our destination today is Vattavada, let's talk about the major tourist spots along the way. Because 3/4 of the tourist spots in Munnar are located on this one top station route. First, boating at Mattupetty Dam on this route. There are places along the way that are great for stopping and taking photos. Then, we can come here and go for boating. There's speed boating, so it'll be a great experience for the kids. The tea gardens adjacent to that dam are places that truly showcase the beauty of Munnar. The beauty and coolness of these tea gardens are the main reasons why Munnar is such a favorite destination for all tourists. There are small villages on the side of the road. There are often villages where tea plantations workers live. Unfortunately, there is no entry towards those places. On the way to the top station, there are viewpoints where you can stop your car on the roadside and take photographs. I will give the location to all of them in the description. One thing to remember when coming to Vattavada is that you have to fill up with petrol from Munnar itself, because there is no petrol pump anywhere else until you reach Munnar. Actually, since the monsoon has already started, I left home thinking that this trip could be a rainy trip. But I wouldn't say it's a bad because there wasn't even a drop of rain until I reached back my home. Look at that person removing weeds and vines growing in the tea gardens. There are full-time workers to remove weeds and cut the tea plants. By the time one end is cut and cleared, the other end would supposed to be trim again. The true beauty of these tea gardens is only realized when you get an aerial view of them. A well-shaped tea garden on half a hill and a meadow behind it. What a beauty, isn't it? There's also a small stream winding through that meadows. This meadow is not a place where the public can go. But look, it's the roadside. We can see it from the road. It is a private property. However, it is a cool place, like the one you see in the movies. The distance from Munnar to the top station is 35 kilometers. More than half of those 35 kilometers are tea plantations. Elapati viewpoint is an important place, and after that, you will reach the last top station. But the beauty of the top station is at the top above all other places. We can take the bike to the viewpoint, and then you have to walk a little distance. There is an entry fee of 20 rupees to reach the viewpoint. And when you get down there, the beauty of the tea plantations you have seen for so long is replaced by the beauty of mountains. They have made a place to sit and take photos with those mountains in the background. It is only when you descend a little further from here that you can truly enjoy the beauty of the top station. But this place is in Tamil Nadu. That is, the road ends and the place where the car is parked is in Kerala, and the area from there, including the ticket counter, is in the Tamil Nadu. During the British era, there was a train from Munnar to this top station. That train brought tea all the way here and then took it to Theni via ropeway. That is why the name Top Station came about. It's amazing that they were able to do all that when there was no modern technology. If you look here, you can see the Theni of Tamil Nadu. Similarly, what you see in the distance is Kolukumalai. To its left, hidden by the clouds, is Meesapulimalai. You can see all the important trekking points in Munnar from here. Many people come here and think this is the viewpoint and then head back. But you can truly enjoy the beauty of the top station only after descending a little. Anyway, since this is not our main destination for today, let's head straight north. There's a checkpoint here on that route. Here, you have to provide the vehicle number and details before leaving. The next 5 or 6 kilometers of the trail are in a forest that is a part of the Pambadi Shola National Park. And after that, it's Vattavada. Pambadi Shola National Park is one of the 3 or 4 places in Kerala where you have a slight chance of seeing the Nilgiri marten. In other words, it is not seen here every now and then. It is seen once every 3 or 4 months. We had the opportunity to meet the marten 2 years ago in Kavi. The Nilgiri marten is a very rare animal. Martens are usually seen in these meadows after the area where there is a thick forest on this road. After that meadow, when we entered the forest again, there was a wild gour on the side of the road. Here wild gours and sambadis are usually seen. Although elephants are generally there, they are very rare in number. But the elephants are seen in the Vattavada areas rarely. Five kilometers after the forest, that is the part of this national park, there comes another checkpost. There are no further procedures. We arrived straight in front of the resort where we are staying today. Koviloor is the largest resort in Vattavada. It is a new building that looks like an old British construction. But when we enter, everything inside is very modern.
Thank you.
A beautiful lady welcomed us with a welcome drink. After the check-in procedures at the reception, we went straight to the room. Although the room furniture is of a good size, the entire construction will amaze you. After the town is this Koviloor Resort, which is located in a green area without any other noises. It has a very peaceful atmosphere. There are a total of 3 floors with about 30 rooms, and there are also separate family cottages here. Deluxe rooms are available starting from 6,500 rupees. However, to know the current tariff, you just need to call directly. I will give the number in the description. After checking into the room and leaving our bags, we're going to roam around from Vattavada again. One thing is that the road to Vattavada is a bit bad. The driver says that the road construction would start very soon after the rainy season. Now, talking about Vattavada, this place feels like you've arrived in Tamil Nadu, even though it is in Kerala. Vattavada is similar to the Pundi Club areas near Kodaikanal. Not only the people and lifestyle here, but also the terraced agricultural fields are very similar to those in Pundi Mannavanur area of Tamil Nadu. It is so nice to see these step-by-step farmlands. There is no paddy cultivation here. The climate is not suitable for paddy. It is mostly vegetables. Vattavada is known as the vegetable village of Kerala. The main crops are lentils, onions, cabbages, etc. There are also some fruits. Kottagampur near Vattavada is a place where most of these agricultural lands are present. Did you see a waterfall there? It is known as Kottagampur Waterfalls. It is inside a private property, so it is a waterfall that not many tourists can go. On our last Vattavada trip, there was a way to go there, but now that is closed. So, there are farms near the waterfalls. In this Vattavada, you should come to this Kottagampur to enjoy the farms and the rural beauty. Although everyone calls this place as whole Vattavada, the real name of this town is Koviloor, which is the name of our resort as well. Vattavada is a small village in Koviloor. The official name of the entire place is actually Koviloor. So let's go on a short trek and head to the Chilanthiyar waterfalls. There really isn't a waterfall there right now. A check dam was built and the waterfalls was closed. The waterfall is a little lower now, but we can't go there. And this Chilanthiyar waterfall is beautiful to see with a small river, a small waterfall and a cave. There's a cave right next to this Chilanthiyar. That cave, called the Tiger Cave, is also the main attraction for tourists. It would have been even more beautiful if it had rained well and had a forest feel. Despite heavy rain in Kerala this June, Vattavada has not received good rain. When it rains in Tamil Nadu, it rains here as well. There will be a good rain in August. Earlier, I said that there is a check dam in here. It was built for agricultural needs and drinking water in Vattavada. But in the last rain, the check dam was covered by soil. Now the soil needs to be removed and the storage capacity needs to be increased. Actually, just walking through this place gives you a very good feel of the forest. But if there are people and crowd, you might not get that feeling. If you come here in the morning, the crowd will be lesser. Now we're heading to the next waterfall. On the way, I saw a strawberry farm and all the strawberry plants were covered with plastic cars. This means that the direct sunlight and rain cannot reach them. To prevent water from getting in and the soil from drying out, they have covered on the bottom and top of the plant. To allow light to reach these plants, the top cover is half opened. But this is closed and kept as if both rain and sun shouldn't directly affect the plant. The only suitable climate for strawberry cultivation in Kerala is this Vattavada. There should not be much rain and it should be cold. Actually, when it comes to cold, this Vattavada is a colder place than Munnar. It is said that the temperature here is in minus in December. We then reached the next waterfall, the Vattavada waterfall, where we stopped our bike and walked down for about 5 minutes. So this is the waterfall. Even though it's a small waterfall, it is beautiful to see. It flows from the top in 3 layers. The front of this waterfall is the agricultural fields of Vattavada. The sign says it's a private property and bathing is not allowed. This waterfall, which does not have much water right now, only becomes beautiful and active when it receives good rain. We're going to the room after enjoying the waterfall for a while. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to my favorite viewpoint of this trip. Not many people know that there is such a viewpoint in Vattavada. When we reached the resort, it was night and the lights were on. It was beautiful to see the style of construction. If there was some European style trees nearby, it would really have a western look. We are going straight to the campfire before dinner. The cold here makes it impossible to go without a campfire. but it really gets cold from November onwards. There is a nice swimming pool here, like a typical luxury resort. The staff here are very friendly. There is a water fountain right next to the children's play area. When you see these lights and water fountains, you get a palace feel. If you're interested in modeling, it is a very good place for photography. So let's eat food. We went to this restaurant. It is a neat restaurant with a positive vibe. Although the food here had a lots of options, we ordered parota and we adjusted with chicken for the time being. We took a piece crispy parota and dipped it in the broth. Then after having a great dinner, we went to sleep. The next morning, a jeep came to pick us up. We had also mentioned the jeep yesterday, as this path to Palliyakkallu viewpoint can only be reached by 4x4. This is a Tamil village called Kottagampur. This is the way to go to that viewpoint. There is a neat road for a short distance, but after that, it's off-road. Did you notice that the road is next to the wall of the house? The road is just wide enough for a jeep to go. Mr. Sukumar is the driver of our jeep. Last time when we visited to Vattavada, Mr. Sukumar was with us. We came along the road for a short distance and then went along the road that only allows 4x4. It is only recently that the viewpoint like this has become famous. When we came last year, no one knew about this viewpoint. If you go a little higher, there is no place to turn around, so the jeep goes in reverse gear from here. After stopping the jeep, you will reach the Palliyakkallu viewpoint after 15 minutes walk. It is not a big hike, it's just a normal hike that everyone can walk on. This is the first viewpoint on the way here. It is a different view from the terraced agricultural fields that you see everywhere in Vattavada. If you ask me, the path to the viewpoint is safe. There is no chance of slipping or falling, so we can walk safely. Even if we fall down, there is nothing to look at. There is no problem coming as a family. If you have children, just be careful. So after walking for about 10 to 15 minutes, we reached the viewpoint. That is the famous Palliyakkallu viewpoint. It can be said that this is one of the most beautiful viewpoints in Kerala. Although it is not a place where you can see sunrise, the sunset is great. The sun is just rising now. If you look down here, it is a very big cliff. But there is no strong wind, so you can walk safely. Surrounded by large mountains, we are alone. Not just on one side like in Kolukumalai. The view here is 360 degrees. There is a river in that valley below. This is the real Chilanthiyar waterfalls. We went there yesterday, but there is no viewpoint from which we can see any of this. Now, those who are trying to come here, it is better to come early in the morning. If you come in the afternoon, you may not feel this beauty. Also, don't try anything alone or in your own car. The road is in a very bad condition. If you tell the resort where you're staying, they will arrange you for a jeep, or you can tell some jeep drivers from the outside as well. Beyond these mountains that you see from here is the Kandalur Marayur area.
സാറേ നമുക്ക് ഈ ട്രൈബൽ കോളനിയിൽ നിന്ന് കാന്തല്ലൂർ ടച്ച് ചെയ്യാൻ ഒരു ഓഫ് റോഡ് വഴിയുണ്ട്. ഏറ്റവും അടുത്താണ് ഇവിടുന്ന് കാന്തല്ലൂർ നോക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ. പിന്നെ റോഡ് മാർഗം നോക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ ഒരു 90 കിലോമീറ്റർ ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് ഉണ്ട്.
Even if we don't have permission to go there, the tribes can walk that way. The gap is located in the center of so many places. Since it is a part of the same mountain range that includes the highest mountain in Western Ghats. And Airtel does not have signal in Vattavada. There is only Jio and BSNL. It is good to keep in mind when planning a trip. So after spending some time on this beautiful mountain top, we are heading back as the sun rises. And please do not leave biscuit wrappers or water bottles here. As a responsible citizen, everyone should take care to keep these places clean. Even though many people have said in many videos not to litter in public places, there are still some people who don't take it seriously. The country will only be better if each of us is better. On the way back, I passed a farm where lentils, beans and garlics are cultivated. Here, where no tractor has arrived, the land is plowed with bullocks. It is not easy to plow the land here, where the land is laid out in steps. When it comes to this, most farmers also have bullocks. This is an iron plow. In thick soil, an iron plow is used, and in thin, loose soil, a wooden plow is used. Since ancient times, this Vattavada has been a favorite place for farmers. Wheat, which requires good water, was once cultivated here. But with the massive planting of eucalyptus in uncultivated areas, the entire Vattavada area became a eucalyptus forest. Because it is a tree that absorbs all the moisture in the soil, it is no longer possible to grow crops that requires a lot of water in Vattavada. Now pulses and garlic are the most cultivated crops in here. There is forest all around this Vattavada. It is also surrounded by Anamudi National Park, Pampad and Shola National Park, Palani Hills, Chinnar and so on. Since it is in the middle of all national parks, Vattavada is also very important for tourism. Vattavada is located at an altitude of 6,500 feet, which means that Munnar is only 5,200 feet. That is why it is so cold in here. So after seeing all these agricultural sites, we went back to the resort, had breakfast and checked out. With this, our Vattavada episode is over. See you again in the next video. Bye.